we're expanding our mind as it pertains to violence. And I'm very small because we're going to talk about epistemic violence. And I think this thread actually sort of talks about it, right? It's 17 parts. If you have threads, you should go check it out. But epistemic violence is a systemic disregarding of marginalized voices. It's the delegitimization of individuals' own stories, their own lived experience. It's saying, no, you don't know what you're talking about, and changing the narrative. And what I see it in the United States the most, where I see it the most, is through the way we learn history. Because we don't talk about honest history. We don't talk about how bad the genocide of the indigenous people was. We don't talk about how bad slavery was. We don't talk about how bad Reconstruction and Jim Crow and how violent that was. And we don't do that because we're trying to keep a level of comfort for white Americans, right? If you're a woman, you understand the disregarding of our own narratives. You've probably had to explain it to a doctor, to your partner, to a boss about what's happening. And they're saying, no, that can't be happening. That's not real. You're making that up. That type of delegitimization, day after day, year after year, generation after generation, is violence. It is violence. And it changes the way everybody perceives each other. So when you think about somebody telling you a life story or something and your first thought is that couldn't have possibly happened, I beg you to think about why you're thinking that. Why are you thinking that couldn't have possibly happened? Because oftentimes it's coming from a systemic delegitimization of that group of people and their own knowledge of their own life experience.